Okay, this one's for Gabby.
All the way down on the west end is the United States Navy military airfield called Barking Sands. And then they have the Pacific Missile Range facility down there. But if you drive around the west side, you can't drive around the island of Kauai. This will be where the road ends on the west end here. They have 17 miles of uninterrupted beach though. It's the longest beach in the entire state of Hawaii all around down there. If you look down, you'll see there's ridges. One ridge, two, all the ridges have a road. Because the trees up here are primarily eucalyptus trees from Australia. They have a lot of oil in them and they burn. You guys know about that. So the fire department is allowed access with these dirt roads. But because there's not fires all the time, who uses the dirt roads? The pig hunters.
Bluebirds fly, and the dreams that you dream of.
If you take one of these catamarans or Zodiac boats, they take 5 to 7 hours to sail along the coast here. The ship will be out here around 5:15 this evening, and you want to use you want to be on the port side of the ship at 5:15. They'll be on the east end. They won't sail all the way down to here. More than likely, they'll probably be before those balls turn around, but that's the more exotic section where you'll be sailing. They'll do a starboard run, and then they'll head to Oahu. But you want to be on the ship port side at 5:15 if you want to kind of see the whole thing. Now, ancient Hawaiians believed that life has power called mana. And the more prominent a person you were, the more power your body had, the more mana you had that could be used against people. Or not the more, but the more powerful. So what they would do is they would bury their royalty in the cliff faces down in here. They would take the bones and wrap them up and stick them in the caves. So they couldn't be captured. If you could capture the bones, you could capture that person's power and use it against the people.
Was it true that the people that buried the bones, that was a sacrifice as well? They sacrificed themselves?
They sacrificed themselves. It was a voluntary to be the person to do it. It was only done by the elite warrior class, and it brought great honor to the family members and the family name if you were the one to do it, but you did have to jump so that nobody could know where it was. But it was all voluntary. Doesn't sound very exciting, but it was a way to preserving the royalty's lineage without having somebody capture it. So they thought of it as protecting their families and people of the islands. Now a lot of people don't know Hawaiians actually did sacrifice too, human sacrifice. So how much pressure was to be the one that, hey, you're volunteering, I don't know. But this is the Nepali coast here. This will drop 830 meters into the valley below, known as Nu'ulala'aina.
Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like a lemon drops, high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh star.
Down on the right, you can see the beach at Kalalau. That's where the trail ends. I'm going to do a left turn here. You can see the coral reef area known as Nu'ulala'kai, where the Hawaiians will get their fish.
The dreams that you dare to, why, oh why can't I,
You can see, Jessica, in front of us, there's a beach that has an arch there that's 90 feet tall. We can actually fly through it, but that's where they filmed Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp on Stranger Tides. Also King Kong back in the 70s. Maybe you remember that? Some of you? By today's standards, the special effects are a little bit dated, but the scenery is here. It's fantastic. On the right here is an area known as the cathedrals, so I'm going to go past it, then I'm going to do a climbing turn so you can see it on the other side, and we'll go right up in there. We do have humpback whales in Hawaiian waters from December to April. They're here. When you're sailing along the coast here on the boat, keep an eye out for them. They can hold their breath for an hour. But they're going to be about the same distance that you are in the cruise ship from the shoreline that the whales are. So they're going to be right in your vicinity. Look at this. This is called the cathedrals in front of us. We're going to go into Kalalau Valley here. Maybe 5,000 Hawaiians lived in this valley, with maybe 15,000 living along the coast here. These are called fluted cliffs. They're caused by a landslide activity and earthquakes. The earthquakes cause the land to shake and it slides. When there's having volcanic activity, there's 300 to 400 earthquakes a day.